Hello and good morning, all you wonderful Blue Jays fans. Craig Borden here with you on Jays Latest. Going to talk all things Toronto Blue Jays as we settle into this American League Championship Series. So, as far as things go, it didn't quite go 100% the way the Blue Jays would have liked yesterday. The Blue Jays got off to a great start. Kevin Gossman comes out and silences all the wonderful fun that started for about 5 seconds there in the first inning because they got a couple of runners on first and second after walks and so on and so forth. And then Gossman turns it up and gets out of the inning. So, flash forward to just literally the beginning of what was going to be a very epic battle. And I think this is the tone that we're all going to have to get used to for this series because this is just already going to be a drama filled piece to that point. So, George Springer comes up and hits the first pitch that he sees off of Bryce Miller into the opposite field seats for a solo home run. Blue Jays are currently up 1-0 at that point, and it was just gets thunderous. It gets the crowd into it. It gets everything going. But then here would be the unfortunate catch. You thought that was how the offense was going to be for the rest of the game? Cut it off. Because Bryce Miller was incredible on short rest during this game. 6 innings of work, 2 hits, only 1 earned run on the George Springer home run, 3 walks and 3 strikeouts. There were a couple of points where the Blue Jays threatened throughout the first 3 innings, but they could not find that capitalizing piece to just get everybody around the bases over 4 with runners in scoring position. And that basically was in those first 3 innings, all 4 of those opportunities. The only one that was later in the game was Anthony Santander hit what was a single to the right fielder, and Polanco booted it because it kind of looked like he was too busy playing with the freaking analytics card in his mouth for some reason. Good thing that analytics card is more important. Just throw that thing to the damn side. Figure it out afterwards. But anyway, Santander gets stranded at second after that error and never got brought around, and that was only 1 out in the inning. So, tis what it is, unfortunately, but credit where credit is due is Bryce Miller and the Seattle Mariners bullpen did exactly what they were hoping to do come, short rest, flight delays, this thing, that thing, whatever it might be. But the thing that stood out to me was we're talking, I'm just counting here, 100 pitches for the Seattle Mariners between their 3 relievers, 76 that Bryce Miller threw. And this was just bad strategy on the Blue Jays. I know they were hyped up, amped, ready to go. But 100 pitches, you can't get near Maddoxed in a game where you had the other team literally on shortest of rests. They were up to 1:30 in the morning on the East Coast here, playing a baseball game that went 15 innings against the Detroit Tigers just on Friday. They obviously went out and partied their asses off and then got flight delays and stuff on Saturday. This was just a missed opportunity, and you should have gotten into that bullpen sooner, made them rack up some of these pitches. The George Springer swinging home run on the ambush right off the bat there was a rather good summary of what the Blue Jays did last night. Hit you early, didn't do anything afterwards. But anyways, on the other side of the ball, Kevin Gossman was on fire. He did great through 5 innings. The unfortunate reality was the 6th inning settled into some trouble spots. Gives up a home run to Cal Riley, and then some base runners after that. And of course, Big Dumper takes big home runs and cuts and takes a monster bomb to right field. Golfed the thing out, really, at the end of the day, too. I was a little upset, and by a little upset, I'm kind of getting sick of the fact that I don't know why Brandon Little is always the first one out of the bullpen. He's a fresh inning guy to me. You got to give him a fresh inning or he's not going to get you out of it. So one more run was let across with Little on the mound in charge to Kevin Gossman. I'm managing this team, which I know I get paid so highly on this podcast to be able to manage a baseball team. I'm leaving Gossman because I'd rather just live or die by him for that 3rd out in the 6th inning. I really do think he might have been able to get out of that, where Brandon Little, I just don't trust him. I'm not saying he's a bad pitcher. I do think he's a good pitcher. He's a lefty that we definitely need in this bullpen, but he is just so much better, in my opinion, or at least he doesn't raise my blood pressure up when he gets a clean inning. He's just gonna walk somebody. And then the other thing, I don't think I've seen more kicked balls that hit the dirt or anything that made Alejandro Kirk have to jump all over the place than I did last night through the collective that was the Blue Jays pitching. Even Gossman's splitter took a couple of weird bounces that at the later part of the game that I was very, very surprised and shocked by. But there was just a lot of balls that made Alejandro Kirk have to block. And usually one or two a game, great. Don't have a problem with that. It just seemed like there was double digits last night. There was balls at the backstop. This was not the best played game by the Blue Jays, and we definitely got beat by the better team yesterday. And I will give credit where credit is due. The Mariners did a great job last night of finding some way to do what they need to do and take a win away from the Blue Jays in the Rogers Skydome yesterday. So let's talk. What's going to be tonight? We're going to get the youngster, the flamethrower, the monster king of the split. Trey Yesevich is going to be on the mound against the de facto ace, I guess, is the best way of saying it for the Seattle Mariners. Obviously, their whole pitching rotation is homegrown. Logan Gilbert being one of the bigger pieces to that whole thing. 6-6 on the season. 25 starts for 131 innings, 173 strikeouts with a whip of 1. 3.44 ERA as well. Gilbert is nothing to slouch at. He pitched 2 games against the Tigers. Definitely did not, have any issues with the Tigers. He also came in late into that game on Friday and pitched a pair too. So he's technically on short rest, but he didn't pitch a full game. So take that how you want to. Threw 34 pitches the other day. 85 in his first start, in which he allowed got in for 6 innings. 4 hits, 1 earned run, and 1 hit by pitch, I think is a little more fun. On the other side of that, obviously, he'll be facing Trey Yesevich, who has been off of the craziest ride of human nature can have, including to the fact that all you baseball fans that take this way too seriously, that are threatening his family, go just jump off a bridge, please, because there's no place for you in this whole piece. Just ridiculous. It's a game. We're here to have fun. Are you going to have highs and lows and be happy or sad? Of course, that's what baseball is. But to be threatening somebody on the field for their performance, really find something better to do. 5 1/3 against the Yankees the other day. 11 strikeouts on just 78 pitches. Trey Yesevich has been nothing short of incredible for the Blue Jays, and you can see why he's our top prospect. It's that simple. So it's going to be a heck of a matchup pitching-wise today against in the Skydome at 5 o'clock Eastern time. So make sure you're ready to go early. There might be some fun with Jaybird watching that you might be able to watch us live a little bit and join the chat for a few minutes. So please check that out. And obviously we will be back here every morning on Jay's Latest to chit-chat Toronto Blue Jays baseball with you. So make sure you tune in, and we will hit those like, share, subscribe buttons and everything. And we'll talk to you soon. And as always, go Blue Jays.